There is a wealth of talent in this class. Now to follow that excellent saying, I'd like to ask Joe Miller to propose his abbreviated Immortal Memory session.
Gentlemen, we're here to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the birth of Robert Burns. But what I would like you to do initially is try to imagine that the entire existence of this planet has been reduced in scale to 1 year. At first, the world was totally lifeless. Primitive sea creatures first appeared in May. The first fishes did not arrive till November. At the start of December, the world was still ruled by the fearsome dinosaurs, but they died out by Christmas Day. Mankind did not appear till 5 a.m. in Hogmanay, and the Battle of Bannockburn took place 2 minutes ago. This means that Burns was born when I started speaking. And the vastness of all this might indicate to you that it is ludicrous to laud and applaud one individual. But Burns was not any individual. Amongst any group of the world's most eminent men, Burns would stand out. He's a giant amongst giants. In the words of an inferior poet, why man, he doth bestride the world like a colossus. He is the poet of common humanity. He's been translated into French, German, Spanish, Chinese, Russian and Urdu, to name but a few. He is more often quoted in Chinese than in Scots. On or around the 25th of January every year, thousands of Burns celebrations are held all over the globe to pay tribute to this unique genius. His language is deceptively simple. The message is universal. But Mousy, thou art blessed to me. The present only bothers thee, whilst stacking backwards, cast naive, and prospects drear. And forward, though I can't see, I guess and fear. I wonder how often all of us have worn that t-shirt. Or would some power, the gift he gave us, to see ourselves as others see us, it would from mony a bother free us and foolish notion. Then gently scan your brother man, still gentler sister woman, though they may gang a ken and rhyme to step aside as human. Another way of saying, let him that hath no sin cast the first stone. God knows I'm no the man I should be, nor am I even the man I could be. But 20 times I rather would be an atheist clean than under gospel colours hid be, just for a screen. And if you think of all the trouble in this world in the name of religion from people who never go to church or worship, he had it right all those years ago. A weak currency is the sign of a weak economy, and that's the sign of a weak government. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Burns. That was Gordon Brown in 1992. Burns loved women. When he looked at a woman, he saw much more than the scientific explanation of a few buckets of water and a handful of salts. I would quote merely from Tam O'Shanter, her cutty sat o' Paisley hand, that whilst a lassie she had worn, in longitude, though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vanity. So can we take from that that Burns was a leg man? I would say yes, very probably. But in the very same poem, now Tam, oh Tam, had they been queens, all plump and strapping in their teens, I think we can safely say that you liked a bit of the other as well. And as he himself said, there's mony a lass has broke my rest, that for a blink I love the best. In Mozart's opera, the famous libertine Don Giovanni makes 3 attempts at getting his leg over, and he fails every time. Burns enjoyed a much better strike rate. It was upon a Lammas night when corn rigs are bonny-o, beneath the moon's unsheltered light, I held a war to Annie-o. The time flew by with tentless heat, till tween the late and early-o. With small persuasion, she agreed to see me through the valley-o. Burns was a master of the small persuasion. I locked her in my fond embrace. I loved her most sincerely-o. I kissed her hour and hour again, amang the rigs of barley-o. I hae been blithe with comrades dear, I hae been merry drinking-o. I hae been joyful gathering gear, I hae been happy thinking-o. But of all the pleasures I e'er saw, though 3 times double fairly-o, that happy night was worth them all, amang the rigs of Annie-o. One night of these women was worth it all. And if any of you fancy a little delecto flagrante al fresco, I would wait till the summer. Although perhaps looking round you should wait a bit longer than the summer. Burns adapted the 4 F's philosophy. Find them, feel them, fondle them, forget them. Every time you left them with a poetical gem that made them quite immortal. 1,000 years from now, the words of Aethon Kiss will be quoted and re-quoted. Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met and never parted, we had never been broken hearted. Gentlemen, you should take the time, please, to explore Burns' work. Read it and relish it. Not just his poems, but his prose as well. Whilst Burns was a great man, his work is even greater than he was. Had Burns been born in the 20th century instead of the 18th century, I firmly believe that he might well have found his way to Alan Glenn's. That being the case, he might have learnt something from us. We would certainly have learnt quite a bit from him. And on the time scale I mentioned at the beginning, we've only missed Burns by 2 seconds, so it was a close thing. Let me give you just 2 more quotes. What are all the boasted advantages which my country reaps from a certain union that can counterbalance the annihilation of our independence and even her very name? Kenny Calvin, take note. I come to claim the common Scottish name with you, my illustrious countrymen, and to tell the world that I glory in the title. Gentlemen, please be upstanding. I give you a nationalist, an internationalist, a failed farmer, a famous fornicator, a man who loved a dram and the company that went with it, a songwriter extraordinaire, a master of poesy and prose, not only for Scotland, but for the galaxy, to the immortal memory of Robert Burns.
Robert Burns.